It's 2021 and you're laying all alone on your bed, searching for some anime to watch to make up for your loneliness. With all this going on, you come across a new anime named Tokyo Revengers and decide to give it a shot. Turns out, it's a masterpiece! Well, this is how I discovered this fascinating show and got hooked. Tokyo Revengers is definitely one of the best new-gen anime, and one character that played a massive role in that is Sano Manjiro, aka Mikey. I'm pretty sure all of us have seen those Mikey memes saying, "It's all Mikey's fault," right? Despite all these memes and popularity, most people know little to nothing about Mikey, his real identity, and who he really is. For that reason, we have compiled some facts about him that you might have missed in the anime. Without any further ado, let's hop right into it. Secret behind Mikey's destructive power. We all know that Mikey is a highly skilled fighter and is perhaps the strongest in the Tokyo Revengers verse. Despite his short stature and fragile build, Mikey is immensely strong and can take down opponents far bigger than him. But have you guys ever wondered what is the secret behind his explosive abilities? I mean, he's a normal human being, not some extraterrestrial being like Saiyan or something. Well, let me tell you something about him. Mikey's grandfather was actually a martial artist and used to run a dojo. Mikey and his childhood friend Baji Keisuke used to train at this dojo since childhood. Well, Baji was not that invested in the training, but Mikey trained diligently, which made him who he is at this point. His training is the reason he can obliterate opponents even if he's outnumbered. Mikey and Emma's relation. Well, we all know that Mikey's real name is Sano Manjiro and he's Japanese, but the nickname is somewhat foreign. Also, in case you don't know, Mikey's sister, Emma, is a foreigner and her name, Emma, is also foreign. The reason he started calling himself Mikey was because of Emma, so that she doesn't feel left out. This just shows that Mikey cares a lot about people around him, especially his family and friends. And there's another thing. I'm sure most of you know that Mikey's hair was black when he was a kid, but he dyed them later on because of Emma, as her hair is also blonde. Later on, in the manga, Mikey dyes his hair black, but still, this is really wholesome. I might cry. Nuclear kick. There are a lot of characters that are recognized by their signature moves like Kamehameha for Goku, Rasengan for Naruto, and Bankai for Ichigo. However, did you guys know that Mikey's indestructible kick that obliterates anyone in its way also has a name? You didn't? How can you call yourself a Mikey stan when you don't even know this? Tisk tisk tisk. Anyways, Mikey's kick is actually known as the nuclear kick. If you notice, Mikey actually aims for his opponent's chin, which knocks them out cold immediately. This move is so damn effective that only a handful of characters have managed to withstand it so far. I mean, it is a signature move, so it's bound to be effective. Also, why is it known as nuclear kick? Well, the thing is that this kick obliterates everything around it like some atomic blast. Cool, right? What is Hwk Maru? To lead a motorcycle gang, you need a bike, apparently. However, when Mikey and the others created the Tokyo Manji gang, Mikey rode a red moped as he was still in middle school. He had named his slow-ass scooter Hwk Maru, and it had a swastika sign on it, and even though it was slow, Mikey used to ride it with pride. He even threatened a gangster that he would kill him if they dared touch his Hwk Maru. One day, Baji lost the bet with Mikey and had to drag his bike to the gas station. On his way, he got surrounded by some gang members who threatened him, but Baji protected Mikey's bike till the very end and got rid of the gangsters. When Mikey learned about this, he kicked his beloved bike as he treasured his friend Baji more than the bike, and both of them fought the gangsters together. This moment became a pleasant and unforgettable memory for both of them. Mikey's mental health. Despite his overwhelming strength and abilities, Mikey is quite weak when it comes to spiritual power. You can say that he's the exact opposite of Takemichi, who's weak physically, but is exceptionally strong when it comes to mental spirit. Well, Mikey has suffered a lot since the death of his elder brother, Sano Shinichiro, by the hands of Kazutora. This incident plays a massive role in the Tokyo Revengers timeline as it made Mikey who he is. I won't spoil you guys much, but yes, all of this is Mikey's fault. Mikey has a sweet tooth. Unlike other members of Taman, who are somewhat scary and serious, Mikey is like a carefree child. His childlike attitude is a huge part of his overall charm, and just like a child, Mikey loves sweets. If I had to be specific, I'd say traditional Japanese desserts like dorayaki and taiyaki. Now, most of y'all might be wondering why Mikey is so obsessed with them. Well, both of these pastries contain azuki, which is basically a sweet bean paste. In dorayaki, this sweet bean paste is stuffed between two pancakes, and taiyaki is also quite similar, except that it's the shape of a fish. I've tried them once, and believe you'll fall in love with them. I wish I had a stock of them beside my bed. Mikey looks up to no one. This might sound a bit egotistical and arrogant, but Mikey looks up to no one. I mean, he is basically the strongest, so there's no one he can look up to and consider them his ideal. He's one of those very few people who can actually back up all the big talk he's capable of. According to the official Tokyo Revengers character book, Mikey fears no one and admires himself. Almost all members of Toman have someone they look up to, and for most of them, it's their leader Sano Manjiro, and this is quite understandable. Even though I've mentioned that Mikey is mentally weak, he still keeps on fighting and insists on showing no signs of weakness. He is definitely a great leader and someone you can admire. Even Draken admires Mikey and looks up to him. Mikey's name has a meaning. Mikey's real name, Sano Manjiro, is quite cool, right? However, there's a deep meaning behind it. One thing I love about Japanese is that there's always some hidden meaning behind words. That said, Mikey's first name, Manjiro, can be translated into 10,000 man, next, Ji, and Son, Ro. What do you think this depicts? Well, Manjiro basically depicts his overwhelming ability as a one-man army who can take down multiple enemies together. Even his nickname Mikey roughly translates to "who is like God," which once again depicts his overwhelming strength as Toman's invincible leader. Wait, we haven't talked about his last name, Sano. Sano translates to someone who is unpredictable or someone who still needs the help and aid of the ones around him. We know that Mikey is mentally unstable and the only ones who can save him are people he deeply loves. Mikey can repair motorbikes. Mikey is not just a talented fighter and bike rider, he can also repair and even assemble bikes. You might be wondering where he learned all this. Well, Mikey's elder brother, Sano Shinichiro, was an expert mechanic and even owned a bike shop. Mikey and Shinichiro were really close, and Mikey used to spend a lot of time with him at his shop. Owing to this fact, Mikey learned some useful skills from his brother, and as time passed, he became an expert mechanic himself. He might not be a professional like his brother, but he still has some skills unlike me. Mikey can sleep anywhere. Have you guys ever wondered how Mikey manages to keep up with his hectic schedule of classes, training, and running a gang? Well, the only reason Mikey is able to keep up with all this is the fact that he misses no opportunity to take a quick nap. He can literally sleep anywhere he wants. Whether it be restaurants, school, or somewhere else, Mikey can take a quick nap. At this point, you can just call him Nobita of Tokyo Revengers. That's it, folks. I hope you like all these interesting facts about Sano Manjiro, aka Mikey-kun. Let me know in the comments what you like about him and which character you want to see in the next video. Adios!